Ivory Coast
are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness.
Tries a shot! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Baresi to Beckham.
Caresses it through. And the shot! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Ivory Coast
Grab the equaliser and we're all square. Beckham! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Ivory Coast
With their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared without hesitation.
Baresi, but it's Thuram.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Rijkaard. Mbappe, oh, played right into his path.
And Aubameyang! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Quarter of an hour played.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pinches it off him. Osimhen. And the pass is intercepted. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Baresi. And it's Ronaldinho.
Foden, that's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And he lines up a cross. Pele, and the counter is on. Dink through. And that has been knocked clear. And claimed it back swiftly.
Thuram.
Pelé. Now there's a...
And the shot! He scores! And the comeback is complete!
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Ivory Coast
Get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Aubameyang. Chance for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Crunching tackle. And it's Beckham. Pelé. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, that's a key interception. Guardiola. And it's Ronaldinho. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Pass just lacking in accuracy.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Not the most convincing of passes. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And he's quick to get it clear again. Nicked it back promptly. Guardiola.
Ivory Coast
Finding their... Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Thuram. Baresi.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Here's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good-looking ball. Pass somewhat off target. Serginho. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for the run. And the first 45 minutes are up.
Ivory Coast
Come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Ivory Coast
are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Changement pour la Côte d'Ivoire. Le numéro 10, le numéro 9, Ibrahimovic. À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 19, Messi.
And we're underway again. And that is a little undercooked.
Ivory Coast
Different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. Chips it through. Good read, needed to be. Foden. And it's Serginho. Roberto Carlos makes the interception. Spread neatly. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nedved. Beckham. It's played through for him. And the shot! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And it didn't take him long. Mbappe! That's a half-decent try. Romario.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Great vision. Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. 60 minutes played. Aubameyang receives it in a good position here, and he's got the beating of his man.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Nedved. Looking for a runner. No, he's just misjudged that one. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, given away. He's picked his way through. Ivory Coast, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Thuram. Baresi. Roberto Carlos. Nedved. Beckham. For Lam. And it's Beckham. Thuram looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Beckham. Just eases him off the ball. Osimhen. Hakimi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, what's he done? Roberto Carlos. Beckham looking to add to his goal. Can he get on the end of this? Ronaldinho. To Lam. It's a good run down the right. Looks to the other side. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Messi threads one in. DiMarco wins the duel this time. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to play it through. There's the shot! They've scored! Right back in the game! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
That'll be a throw-in.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Aubameyang. Baresi. It's a searching pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Koundé clears.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Ivory Coast have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Romario voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nice looking ball. Well, 2014-15 was one of the greatest club seasons ever for... Oh, shooting chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Lahm. Yamal. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Cafu. Yamal. Yamal! He's got away with one there.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Guardiola. That has been cut short. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Thuram. Salam. Guardiola. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Guardiola. Baresi shows the will to win the ball. Romario was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Lahm. Now Ronaldinho. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Yamal stood his ground strongly. Well, he's ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. Messi, he's got away. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nice control. 30 minutes gone. And this is Romario. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Couldn't squeeze it through. Thuram. Guardiola is always looking to break lines.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, belter! About as smooth as it gets. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Ivory Coast are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Neymar! He's scored! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Ah, he's given it away. Tries to play it through. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's hoisted clear. Real chance! Oh, taken with style. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they're one another.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That's good vision. Cleared away. That's headed upfield. And here's Yamal. And he's managed to get free. Yamal's cross.
That's good defensive concentration.
Back in once more. Well read. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Please report to the
What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Ivory Coast kick off the second half. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Romario is onto it in a flash.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cafu aims beyond the defence.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, this looks sharp. Big chance! Spread out to the left. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Cross goes in there. And he's had a hit! Oh my word, that is quite something! A finish of true class! And the comeback is complete! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Oh, well measured. Lloris breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Wriggles his way through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's a shade optimistic. And now they can clear their lines.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that could set him on his way. Can he finish? No mistake! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about it.
Shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's going for goal! And the ball's come loose here. Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. Oh, what a ball! And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to enjoy...
Oh, what a mistake! He's picked his way through. Chance! Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Ronaldinho. Mbappe. Now he's got space here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off.
And it takes a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. That was travelling.
Substitution on the field. Number 26.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Back to the keeper it goes. Thuram. Baresi with the slide tackle there.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Romario. Coming on to replace him is number
Now
8,
here's the delivery.
Vinicius Junior.
Ronaldinho is there and he can get that clear. Drogba gets flagged offside.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Messi. Cannavaro was in no mood for any of that. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Guardiola.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Drogba. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still...
Tries a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Ronaldinho just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Roberto Carlos. Guardiola. Nicely worked. And Romario! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Ivory Coast complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should...
Chance, surely! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And they're back on the ball again. That'll be a throw-in. And here's Vinicius Junior. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Ivory Coast have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Romario picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Ivory Coast leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Lionel Messi's heroics in the Middle East still very... Oh, what a climb! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He rises! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Terrific header! It's fallen kindly here. Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Beckham. A probing pass. Cannavaro with the clearance. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing step. Messi! It's wide, but only just.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
And he's there to retrieve it. Figo. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Messi. That has been slung wide. Now it's Hullet. Ronaldinho gets into some space. That's really well cleared. Good read, needed to be. More and more pressure on the ball here. No way through. Looking for the run. Looking to play him in. Beckham. Thuram.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a mighty effort! Off the post! No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Mbappe at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he's straight offside. Nicely shaped ball. Maldini getting this one clear. And he's been shifted off it.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now who's going to be first to this? Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played into space. And that has been cleared. Thuram. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Lam is always looking to play quality balls. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, the idea was a good one.
the execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a searching pass. And they're back on the ball again.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Tries from a long way out. And that is wildly off target.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Figo. And it's Maldini.
Ronaldinho.
To Maldini. Vieira.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there.
And evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Vieira. And it's Maldini.
Short changes him with that pass. Tries to pass it through. Romario herring after the ball here. And this is Ronaldinho! And he's really put himself on the line here.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Ronaldinho! Decent enough try. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mbappe! And this is Messi. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Opts for safety. Cannavaro.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Ronaldinho going full steam ahead down the left flank. Tries to get it clear. Ball is over the line. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. And it's Roberto Carlos. Swings in across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And that's the second half started.
Baresi.
That's Thuram.
Baresi.
Can he get it through? And he plays one through.
Aldair.
With a fine tackle. Ronaldinho was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Mbappe.
Figo.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Looking for options for movement. Ronaldinho. Aimed in towards the centre.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Mbappe. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Played out to the right.
Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi.
Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Mbappe.
Is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Guardiola.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now he's got space here. Oh, Red, nice interception.
And here's Ronaldinho.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
They get a throw in.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Ronaldinho. Guardiola.
That's a cute ball.
And
oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Beck. Takes a shot! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Guardiola.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Done delicately.
Cruyff. Messi.
Vieira. And it's Gullit. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Thuram.
Now, can they get him away? And Messi! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Mbappe.
Pass somewhat off target. Searching pass he's played there. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Roberto Carlos. That has not gone well. Ibrahimovic running with the ball. Chance here to counter. Ibrahimovic! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Lam. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Chips it through. Messi picks it up out wide.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Figo. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nice looking ball. He shifted it to the flank. Ambitious ball here. Good ball over the top. And we're done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the... And he's decided to go for it. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Baresi. Thuram. Now he's got space here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Beckham does well to get it back. Looks a foul. Mbappe! Just off target.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
And here's Yamal. Kimmich has it in a wide position. It's out for a goal kick. Roberto Carlos. Baresi. And it's Thuram. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, there's a probing ball. And the counter is on. Yamal. Bale. Mbappe. Romario.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Bale. Now it's Kaká. And he's cut it out. So it is still 0-0. Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Out for a throw. Baresi. And it's Guardiola. That's Thuram. Lahm. And it's Thuram. Guardiola. Oh, that was vital. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass what?
Tries a shot! Oh, glorious batting goal! A finish of true class! The breakthrough strike! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Ronaldinho. That's a cute ball. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Van der Ven attempts a clearance. And they've got a throw. Lahm. Quick look, then plays it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Yamal. To Batistuta. And they can counter here. And it's Kaká. He's a sharp little ball. And Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. Beckham. Look at the space here. Mbappe! And now a sudden chance to counter.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Guardiola is the team's great visionary. Aimed beyond the defence. Kaká. Batistuta, given the lift of his goal. Nicely weighted ball. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's a sharp pass. Van der Ven makes the interception. Mbappe. Baresi. Played back into the centre. Thuram. And it's Thuram. Baresi.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
To Guardiola. And he's forced to go back. Roberto Carlos. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Back to the keeper it goes. Pickford, the great organiser of defence. Oh, given away! Thinks one through, and this is Romario. Kaka, now it's Bale. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Romario, and it's hoisted clear. It's their second corner of the game. Up he goes! And the ball's come, he's had a shot! It's hit the crossbar. Mbappe, Beckham gets a foot in here. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Yamal has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Mbappe, and it's Roberto Carlos. That has been cut short. And that's put paid to a promising move. 60 minutes played. Now, can they get him away? Guardiola. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look. Oh, terrible pass. He has found the way through. He's having a shot! It's there! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Beckham.
Guardiola. No, that's been intercepted. That's a lovely, neat pass. Shapes to shoot!
Really well taken goal. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Batistuta.
Looking to play him in.
Yamal receives it in a wide position.
Looking for the run. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Picked out brilliantly. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Thuram. That's Guardiola.
That's an imaginative pass.
And this is Romario.
And Romario! And he gets rid in a hurry.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Van de Ven.
And the keeper's got it again. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He's in a great position here. And a chance! He has done it! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Tottenham go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. He's on it, can he get away? Fires it in low. And that has been clubbed away.
Baresi.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Can he spark a counter here?
Yamal in acres of space out wide.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Corner number 2 then. Romario, and it's Thuram, pass somewhat off target. And that will be the final act. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.
And now, to all members
Your reflections
of the crowd,
then, Jim.
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And that's where we have to end. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy Saka, I've been praising since day one. Someone who has a great versatility in his game, the right attitude, very clever in how he operates around the pitch, and I think he has the potential to excel in most attacking positions. But when it comes down to it, I'd actually love to see him operate in a number 10 for a spell. I think he could thrive there.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Not the most accurate pass. Roberto Carlos. Lahm calmly anticipates. Collier. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Maicon. That's tidy. He slings it in. That's a decent clearance.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Messi. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And no, that was never going to make it.
This is the time you need that pace.
Koller. Clipped into space. Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looking for a runner. And the shot's chance for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a wry smile there. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Messi! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Beckham.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Knocks it into space. Can he get onto this? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Manchester United have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Manchester United have their second corner now. Koller! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Him is number 24, Ferdinand.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ekitike. Saka. He's got away. In by Saka.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lam is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. In towards the back stick.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. I think that's offside, yes it is. He's gone for goal. It's their second corner of the game. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And it's Beckham. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's picked his way through. Beckham with the cross. Ferdinand tries to clear. They get a throw in.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Throw in. Guardiola. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Ekitike. Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Lam. Aimed beyond the defence. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ronaldinho. Now, can they get him away?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Decent chance! And he's done it!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Complete awareness, he understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Romario really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
This possibly the last play of the half. Terrific header! It's anyone's ball, in for the pieces! And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Gets his head on it! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's intervened well there. Bellingham. Lahm. Can he get it through? And that's a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Looking to play him in. Now here's big header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Bellingham! And now a sudden chance to counter. Saka picks it up out wide. He gets big! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Cleared away. That's a cute ball. That's beautifully weighted. Messi. That's really well cleared. Guardiola. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ronaldinho. Oh, easy pickings there. That pass has been well intercepted. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. And the counter is on. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's found a way past.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Taken back almost at once. Collar has found the net here, of course. Ronaldinho looking for options for movement. Beckham. And here's Ronaldinho.
Decent attempt at, just a little mistimed. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Collar. He's a sharp little ball here. Saka's delivery. Ronaldinho. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's a searching pass. It's a goal kick. Guardiola gathers from the goal kick. And this is Romario. And this is Messi. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Lahm shows great strength. Saka. Oh, that's neat. Crosses it in. Messi absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, that's superb. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Danger averted for now. It's a good-looking delivery. Cleared without hesitation. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Beckham. Beckham going full tilt down the right-hand side. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Now he's got space here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, they were posed with problems in wide areas and they couldn't find the solution.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And already we're underway here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
He is through here. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
Oh, what a mistake! Mbappe, and he's gone direct here. Now it's Villa. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Guardiola plays it short. Chance for a shot! They've scored! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That could spell trouble. He's through, now is he in? And the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, this looks sharp. That has ended up in no man's land. Lovely pass. David Villa! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Oh, what has happened here? Now it's Messi. And he was quick to react. Kagawa. Messi. And it's played, he rises! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Mbappe. Beckham. Now Ronaldinho. Thuram. Baresi.
Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Rijkaard. And this is Romario. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Mbappe. That'll be a throw. Kagawa. Now it's Villa. And it's Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. No way through there. Gabriel. And it's Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. Deflected behind for a corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And this is Messi. Dixon. It's anyone's ball now. And now they can spring out of defence. That pass has been well intercepted. Now there's a... Can he finish? He scores! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Guardiola, played into space. Now it's Beckham. In it is having a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Messi is on his own. Oh, shooting chance! It's a smartly directed ball. Chance here to counter. That's a throw. Dixon. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, this is a great position. And he's quick to get it clear again.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Decent chance! He's got a goal! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And here's Messi. Costa Curta does really well to win the ball there. Guardiola. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. There's the whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10 será sustituido por...
And we're underway again.
20. Neymar.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team.
Oh, he's been... Chance! It's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Lam. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos swings in across. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Cambio de jugadores.
Corner number 2 then. Goes for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. And now shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Kagawa. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Neymar takes a shot! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go on better, possibly.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Cross flung in towards the middle. Romario in the hunt and looking threatening. Out of play for a throw. Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Lam. Can he get it through? He steps in, and that's the end of that. Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Roberto Carlos. Throw in. Looking to play him in. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Knocks it into space. Messi. The ball is loose and the chase... Oh, he's been caught on it here!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he's picked it up out wide. Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, Villa. El dorsal 26,
Lam.
Kagawa. El dorsal
And there's the shot!
serán sustituidos.
Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here?
El dorsal
Cross in.
9, el dorsal 8.
Tries to get it clear. Bebeto. Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Messi. Oh, he's burst through. Shapes to shoot! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Now it's Bebeto. And he's got his cross in. That's an excellent interception. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, that's and De Bruyne! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
And you can see how the direct approach...
Tries a shot! Oh, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 19.
Lewandowski chasing after it. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.